la M giganteca, me le eché al vaso, me lambí la mano, que cureta. Voy soltando unos versos del kilo de una avioneta. Di que tienes más feria que yo y cantan en discoteca. Tu comentario basura, de acá arriba no me afecta. Yo me meto al bajo mundo y subo al alta en bicicleta. Los de la alta sociedad funden conmigo sin careta. Y los del fango saben que salí de ahí, tú me respetas. Tengo los dos pies en la tierra, no me importa que te alce. Total hay gente más rico que yo que están en la cárcel. No me guardes computar por un mamá huevo que force. Si al final estoy claro de mi valor, que no soy cobarde, métete pa' mi fogón. Este caldero está que arde, la hora de tirarse siempre han sido las 5 de la tarde. Discutiste sin razón, nada más pa' que vean que era un gantel. Pero el gantel deja que los hechos hablen sin alarde. El que habla mucho no hace nada, mantente esa boca cerrada. Que te le hago un hoyo y te la aprieto con un Tyre, rompiendo sin soltar de embow, dando pilas de ñeme en rap. Me da lo mismo si me suenan, igual si no ponen nada. ¿Y qué me importa a mí? Tu realidad no me define. Por eso es que se encharcan, nunca falten de las fines. Él pensando en aplicar y tú atrás de los fullines. Él pensando en detonar y tú en cansar los sprines. Te dejaste computar por un mamá huevo de nada que te pone la mente grande y al final hasta se ven balar. Los tigres hermanos míos son, nunca se me van a virar. Tú intenta comprarme a mi gente y ellos me dan la mitad. El que habla mucho no hace nada, mantente esa boca cerrada. Que te le hago un hoyo y te la aprieto con un Tyre, rompiendo sin soltar de embow, dando pilas de ñeme en rap. Me da lo mismo si me suenan, igual si no ponen nada. El que habla mucho no hace nada, mantente esa boca cerrada. Que te le hago un hoyo y te la aprieto con un Tyre, rompiendo sin soltar de embow, dando pilas de ñeme en rap. Me da lo mismo si me suenan, igual si no ponen nada.
Yeah. This is Black Market Bandit. What's good? It's another Tuesday. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Replays on Wednesday. You know what time it is. It's me and Solo up on the chats here.
Yo.
What's up, bro? How you been?
It's goody, man. Chilling.
Chilling. You know?
Yes, sir.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was my weekend, son. You know what I'm saying? I ain't do nothing. Chilling. Max relax. Phone on off.
Word.
Chilling with the shorty. No kids.
Oh, snap.
That's it, son.
Oh, snap.
Every chilling, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man.
All right.
Yeah, they still ugly, but, you know, you got to give them a shout out today.
Is that who we shouting out today? Who we shouting out?
We shout out everybody. I see the ugly ones though. They getting their stuff fixed up. You know what I mean? God bless everybody. Hope everybody had a blessed weekend. You feel me? Other than that, ain't much to say, man.
Not much to say?
Nah, son, nah.
As boring as grass growing?
Yeah, I was like this. It was just flowing, son. It was just flowing, son. Back out in the water, just chilling. Boop, 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 boop. Boop.
Bubbles. We gotta call you Bubbles.
Yeah, I did a couple business moves, but I did it from the couch, so I wasn't really, you know what I'm saying?
That's fine. You can do that now these days.
You definitely can do it. I learned it from you, son.
We'll talk more about that a little bit later too. Yeah, people been on their couch just making moves, bro.
Making moves on the couch.
I be making moves on the bed, bro. I just be chilling. My laptop.
It's too early for that, B.
Oh shit. My weekend was crazy.
Was it?
Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah, I seen you doing your Presidente thing out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was chilling with Charlie. Shout out DJ Charlie Chase.
Shout out Charlie Chase.
Shout out Scheme.
Shout out Scheme.
We was over there hanging out with Russell Peters all weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It was a long weekend.
For those who don't know who Russell Peters is, you gotta tell him, son, because I don't know who Russell Peters is. Huh?
He's this guy right here. He's a comedian.
Okay,
DJ.
Okay.
Well, he was a DJ first. He's a comedian. Does all kinds of stuff, bro. He still does DJ gigs too. He's dope. He's very big into hip hop. Oh yeah, you see some of the, you know, peoples that were founders that he's very good friends with. He did Hip Hop Evolution on Netflix. He produced that too. So we did an interview with him on Saturday. Yeah, we chilled on Friday. We did an interview on Saturday, and then we were at a show on Sunday. So it's pretty dope.
Oh, you spent the whole weekend?
Yeah. We were there. Like we kept going. We were at Hard Rock. We went each day.
Okay. I see you.
Just working. You know what I'm saying? This DJ was dope too. This DJ was real dope. Started from scratch. That's what he calls himself. When I heard the
I
name, I
would,
was like, huh? And then when I
I
saw
would,
him DJ, I was like, oh shit.
I would hope so.
Yeah. That was the weekend. Ant was here on the weekend too. He dipped out. That's why you don't see him on
No,
the cast today.
God is good, son.
Shout out Ant if he's tuned in right now. I don't know if he
Good.
is. He might be.
Shout out, and hopefully you just keep it on your audio. Keep the camera off till you fix it, my brother.
He
You
in
know what
Georgia
I'm
right
saying?
now.
Yeah, nah, you've been kind of foggy lately, B.
Yeah, I told him he got to get a clear view
Yeah,
on
nah,
his lens.
yeah.
You got to get that fixed real quick. He's
Gotta
gonna
know,
work on it.
you got a notice from the Black Market HR department. He's interrupting too many episodes, B.
Right.
B. Tell him he gotta take a break, leave an absence real quick.
Well, he's traveling across the country, and then he's dipping out to Thailand from once he gets to Cali. So they're taking like a real big troop.
Safe travels, King.
Yeah. But
Right.
he has to watch it. Let's send him a little warning right now, sir. Warning: an ice storm is unleashing the treacherous conditions across parts of the southeastern U.S. This is including Texas.
Oh, you gotta be careful, son.
I know he's on his way there. Major winter storm has created dangerous travel conditions, disrupted thousands of flights. At least one person died in a car crash in Texas. Stay in Georgia till after the weekend, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Nah.
Stretching from Texas to Tennessee will continue through at least Thursday morning, with expected ice accumulation affecting travel, possibly spurring scattered power outages.
It be feeling so nice out here, I be forgetting that everybody else be catching it, son.
He's like, I'm chilling. Son. I'm chilling.
You told me today about a storm. I'm like, oh, that's right. Yeah, we still in winter.
Technically, we are.
Yeah, no, we in the bipolar state, son, so we good.
I forgot one time. There was a few years back. I forgot that March over here is warm.
Facts.
Right? But March in New York still got snow sometimes. And it didn't register in my head, and I didn't check my phone before I went. So I hopped on the flight, boom, dipped out, had some like real thin sweatpants, like Florida sweatpants, not New York sweatpants, Florida sweatpants. You know what I'm talking about. And a t-shirt. And then I had the Nikes, not like full blown Nikes. It was a Nikes with like the ones with the real thin cloth. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a no-go, son.
My toes was
yeah. I'm glad you ain't hit nothing. They would have fell off.
Just crackled and shit.
Oh, man. Happened to me one year that I went out there. I got up, shorts, t-shirt. It was feeling nice outside. Jumped on the subway, chilling. I went to the Bronx to see one of my mans. Mm-hmm. Bruh, again, I ain't look at the temperature, none of that. Brick City on the way home. I'm the only idiot. They were laughing at me on the trains, huh? Everybody's super bundled up, and I'm over there shaking like I think like the fattest crackhead they ever seen shaking.
Yeah, lose no way. How he do that?
It was so cold. Be on the way home. It was crazy.
Oh, that's snap. That's crazy, bro.
That was wax sauce.
That sounds like wax sauce. Don't ever do that again.
No, it happened to me this year. Actually, we went to Atlanta. It was nice and cool over there. It was about 5.5 hours in. We can stop at the gas station. I get out. I'm like, yo, are you kidding me? Oh, yeah, by the way, it's 28 this weekend. What? It wasn't cool at all, son. I was walking like a pigeon all the way to the bathroom.
To my God, help me.
Yeah. I was asking the Holy Spirit to walk with me heavy. To him. I got la mano.
Right. Talk about looking up in the sky. Apparently, there's going to be a bright green comet making a rare trip.
Green.
Yeah, you're going to be able to see it apparently tomorrow and the next day, on the 1st and the 2nd.
Oh, snap.
It's been visible for some time with telescopes and binoculars, but the best chance of seeing it with just your eyes. Oh, man, I just slapped myself with the freaking mic.
Pause. Not a good look.
They got to replay that shit.
Not a good look. Man.
Best chance of seeing it with the naked eye is coming up Wednesday, February 1st. Marks possibly the first time ever, or at least for thousands of years. Nobody that is alive today has ever seen this, bro. I've never seen it go across our
Nobody.
sky. Yeah.
Nobody. It's
Yeah,
gonna be all over.
nobody that's alive right now. No.
It's gonna be all over Facebook, son. You good?
Yeah, they are gonna. They're gonna color grade it. They're gonna. All the photographers are gonna make some
Yeah.
dope pictures out of it.
Well, somebody's gonna come out and say that something formed the face of Mary and all that. He's gonna come heavy, son.
You know, that's crazy because back in the day you used to hear stuff, but you used to see like real grainy footage like on the news or some shit, right? Or on a newspaper in a black and white photo.
Facts.
Now you have like close up shots, like you're sitting in front of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like somebody's walked by and pissed on it.
It's crazy how it's changed, bro. It's crazy how much we see these days.
So much shit.
Yeah. I was scrubbing through the news, as a matter of fact. I got some sad news for today too. I got some serious news today. Nursing home owners drained cash while residents deteriorated, state filings suggest. They were basically taking money. Nursing home, where Leanne sample work was bought by private investors, started falling apart. Part of a ceiling collapsed on a nurse. The air conditioning conked out regularly. A toilet once burst on sample while she was helping a resident in the bathroom. It's a disgusting place, she said.
It sounds like the one. That sounds like that one nursing home in Brooksville.
Yeah, that's crazy. What they got going on over there, bro?
Everything. The same thing you just mentioned.
He said everything.
Everything. By the courthouse. It's right by the courthouse too. I forgot what it's called, but it's one of the most horrific nursing homes I've ever came across. Some of those horrible administrators I ever come across. I'm not gonna put so much to blame on the staff as far as like the caregivers because they endured just as much as the nurses endured. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, you're supposed to go to work with a good attitude, but some of them just they gave up. You know what I'm saying?
It just be like that, I guess.
It'd be like that when the last hurricane that happened here that hit Miami real hard. I want to say maybe like. I want to say like 5-6 years back that it hit Miami heavy. My uncle was in a nursing home. He happened to go to the hospital 2 days prior because he had COVID. Then he was left. So pretty much during the hurricane, he was in the hospital. His nursing home got abandoned by all the staff, and they just left the. They just left the.
They just left everybody there.
They just left the patients there. A few old people passed. Some spots got flooded, and none of them had good care. AC was out.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. So I've had my fair share of nursing homes and all that, and know that it's a fact, son. A lot of people don't care too much about nursing homes. They bill Social Security. They pretty much take all their check, the entire check, as a source of them living there, and that's it.
Yeah,
they don't really do much for them. I've times where I've gone there and my uncle's still laying in the bed at 2:00 in the afternoon, full of piss.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And not fed, and you know what I mean? Especially the ones that can't talk, they suffer the most. You know what I'm saying? They get the most backlash, and they get the backlash from what's being done to the staff. You know, I'm not blaming on every staff, but some staff go to the point where they don't even care. They go there and they're disrespecting the patients and flinging them everywhere and treating them a certain way because they can't even talk or express how they feel. You know what I'm saying? So it's a sad situation. I would never want to have to put a family member in a nursing home again. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was so adamant about taking care of him because he was one of those he could barely talk. You know what I'm saying? And when I first got him into my crib, the first couple months, it was hard to like even put your hands on him to clean him and wipe him down because he would jump every time and get those memories of how he was treated in the Yeah.
That PTSD from that shit.
Yeah, so when I sold my crib that I had to let him go, it was hard for me to let him go because I knew he wasn't going to last long in a nursing home. You know what I'm saying? So I think he lasted maybe 5 months, if that, and he passed. He had dementia and Parkinson's. So every time you moved him, his age increased heavy. Like his...
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like if he was 60-something, he just boosted up to like 70-something. Then you move him again, and they'll go for another 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to move him, but I had no choice. I was forced to. You know what I'm saying? So I called it. I called it as soon as they took him out of that. I said, hey, he's not gonna last long. And for sure, he didn't last long. And I'm glad to say that he didn't last long because now he's in a better place and he doesn't have to go through the struggles. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody took care of him like I took care of him, and my ex-wife took care of him. You know what I'm saying? And those around us took care of him. So
I feel that. I feel that. Do you think there's a difference in the types of nursing homes? You think the upscale ones got better care, or you think they're all pretty much the same?
I mean, they all pretty much the same. It's just how the specific ones are ran. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he was in one to where it was pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? They took good care of him. They cut his hair. They did his nails. They took him outside. You know what I'm saying? They didn't just leave him in the bed in the room for the whole time.
Yeah.
As far as the women go, they had like stylists come in and do their hair. You know what I'm saying? And they would take them to like commissary. So the nursing home would separate like I think $50 out of their check monthly that they could have to spend on whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be cigarettes or hygiene products or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Even though they supply state, obviously, but you know, you got those old people, they got they're set in their ways and there's certain things and they were catered to in that way. And even the nurses, you know what I'm saying? The nurses, I've seen some nurses who get into a good relationship with these patients and you know they tear out when things happen and they treat them like family members, you know what I'm saying? Especially like spanish people like Spanish nurses, they take them in like their family, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how we do. Spanish people are more like emotionally attached to the other person in serious situations like that, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, they're being taken advantage of for the most part. The owners don't come around as much and see what the administrators are doing. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of state calling and nothing being done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of sometimes it is the major thing is the AC don't work in some of the places, the elevators don't work in some of those places. You know what I'm saying?
They don't keep up with it.
Nah, not at all. You know what I'm saying? But they're intaking and intaking and intaking.
You know, it used to be that people would just take their relatives in. You know, do you think that's that?
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's gone from one parent work, one parent stay home to none of them can stay home.
Yeah, everybody works,
So
so nobody
now
can take on.
now the big thing is dog sitting, house sitting. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't even get time. I think they probably have no time to come home, take a shower, eat dinner, and it's time for bed to head out. And you know what I mean? Like they put themselves in such a position to live a certain way, and to keep up with it, they got to put in that much time of work. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I when I was cleaning houses, you know, I used to notice that a lot. You know what I mean? Like they paid for everything. You know what I'm saying? And every even the kids didn't even get a chance to see their parents. You know but
like,
there was no
consult requests.
it hurt. It hurt. You know, to me it hurt a little bit. I'm family oriented, so you know what I'm saying? At least a couple times a week we sit at the table, we have dinner as a family, you know what I'm saying? Cook dinner, sit down,
I feel that.
talk. You know what I'm saying? But people nowadays, it's like these kids got DoorDash on their phones, huh? They don't even gotta come out the room if they don't feel like it because they're not pushed to.
Yeah, I
You
feel
know what I'm
that.
saying? Because the same way they're in such a busy wave, so are the parents. And
Yeah.
so you can't blame the parents for wanting to give their kid that much. You know what I'm saying? Or get their hustle on because they got a supply. You got a kid that got messed up teeth. They need $8,000 braces. You know what I'm saying? Like kids grow up, they have sporting things they need, or
Everything costs money. It all
everything.
costs bread.
I got a cousin. I got a little cousin who's in dance, like dance class and all that. Like she heavy with competition and all that. And my cousin literally has like almost a second job just for that. Like her bill yearly, if I'm not mistaken, is 42 racks yearly just on dance, costumes, travel. You know what I'm saying? Everyday expense, like 42 racks. B.
Yeah.
People don't even make. Some people don't even make that on the regular to survive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And him having such a good, because he got a very, very good job. You know what I'm saying? But this situation caused him to have to work Friday, Saturday, Sunday on somewhere else.
Right.
But parents sometimes they hustle for a reason. They do that for a reason. You know what I'm saying? They want
I
their
feel it.
kids, they want their kids to have the best. They want to live in the best places because they never lived in the best places. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, our generation is that we didn't have this, so I'm gonna bust my ass to get it.
exactly. And
You
with
know.
that comes kids that didn't know your generation, so now they just know this generation. Ahí te jodiste, papá.
We fucked them up.
Jodiste,
It's our
papá.
fault. It's all
They
our
gonna
fault.
start slanging dozens of eggs around here son, for the low.
You wanna be in a nursing home when you're old, or you want your kid to take you in?
I think my biggest fear is having some type of illness that won't allow me to remember. So
Mm.
dementia. That won't allow me to remember my family. I mean, but if that's the case, then a nursing home wouldn't be too bad. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I think that sometimes it becomes a burden on family. You know what I'm saying? Like it becomes an issue with
Yeah, it
their
does. I
with
get
their
it.
significant other. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not understanding. Sometimes it becomes difficult with just their kids in itself, not understanding the ways of an older person. You know what I'm saying? I watched my dad refuse to take my grandfather to a nursing home, and he was a tough cookie. He was hard to deal with. He was always sneaky. He was always doing things he shouldn't be doing, and my dad always had to like watch him constantly. So he didn't get to have a life. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get to have a significant other time with a significant other, or it was just my grandfather. And I bigged him up for that because he would literally, in the type of situation that he's in, suffering from arthritis, he would get up early in the morning, feed him his breakfast, bathe him, make sure he's straight, set him up. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? And then back to lunch and back. You know what I'm saying? Like my grandfather got 7 kids. You know what I
Mm.
mean? All busy.
Wow.
So my pops was the only one who wasn't busy and was more than willing to take care of him. You know what I'm saying? Coming from a time where my grandfather took care of 10 kids, seven kids, because my grandmother passed at a young age. Like my dad was still 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? So he took care of all seven. He took care of all seven and owned a couple stores in New York. So not only did he have to run several bodegas, he had to take care of 7 kids.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a man that did both at the same time, but in that era, emotions didn't really play a part and feelings didn't really play a part in a family coming from a male's perspective. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense?
You think so, or do you think they just
I mean, I
push the
mean, brought
feelings
up,
down?
brought up, brought up. I can't. Again, I'm not gonna speak for every family. I can speak for my side. You know what I'm saying? My
Yeah.
grandfather was very structured to where it was work, work, work.
Yeah.
Obviously, the belt became a lot. Screaming became like there was no
Yeah.
straight up discipline. It was just I'm gonna whip you behind if you don't do this. So you did blah blah blah.
Right.
There was no sit downs to have an emotional conversation of how you feeling. You just had to suck it up and just do it. You know what I'm saying? So
Were you traumatized?
I'm not gonna lie. Because how my grandfather was, so was my dad. So growing into my first marriage, I didn't have a place in my heart for an emotional conversation. I didn't have a place in my heart to worry about somebody else's feelings because all I had, my job was to work. So yeah, I would work, 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 but I never really took care of home emotionally,
Right.
sometimes physically. You know what I'm saying? Um, And because I expected my other half to be the way I was and she wasn't, now I'm hating on that. You know what I'm saying?
So you were a hater.
I was, I was definitely, I was ignorant. So
Yeah, we were young, bro.
I was definitely ignorant. Definitely didn't understand it. But I think that my best move that I ever made was to break it off because I didn't want to see my son growing up to that.
Okay, I feel that.
I felt like we was better off apart because we wasn't getting along at all, son. Like we were together 12 years. By year 8, we were already having heavy trouble. And then my son came along. So when that happens, it's like everything kind of erases and you start fresh.
I get.
You know what I'm saying? For like the first couple months. After that, it starts to go down ship again. And then I left, and in my perspective, the blame was all on her. Moving forward, and it took me a couple years to understand myself as I was growing that no, it wasn't all her. I also played a part in that. And that part was the part I'm explaining to you now, the emotional aspect. Not being there for her when she needed me to. Not taking her feelings into accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I will never tell her that because she get head swole. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like
this guy.
I do show my appreciation of how she raised my son, because the exact same thing that I didn't want to happen, us being together, that's exactly what happened. It didn't happen moving forward. So now this kid doesn't have that with him. He doesn't carry that around all day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in their business at home with her husband, but just by hearing conversations with my son, just by seeing how he is, just the way he acts, I don't see that. I see him well taken care of. I see him well fed. I see him emotionally taken care of.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? So I know I did the right thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then my next one, I just allowed. I put my what I kind of feel like what I did to my first wife, and she had to suck all it up and deal with it because she wasn't being heard, was kind of the same thing that happened to me in this one. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I allowed it to happen. I put my feelings and my emotions to the side, even though I felt some type of way. I tried to bring it up, and then I was called a baby and a sucker for bringing it up. So I would. Those are the light words. Those are the light.
I know. Yeah. So
you know what I'm saying. So we'll keep it light. But because I loved her, and I thought that she was going through a young phase, that I just ate it up. You know what I'm saying? And then it turned around and bit me in the ass. So, you know what I mean? Like they're both learning experiences, but I think it's major that you have a conversation with your kids, you have a conversation with your spouse. Yeah, you're gonna argue. That's an obvious.
Like you balance more. You more balanced now.
Oh, I got a wild one now, son. So I mean, yeah, you know what I mean? Like I express myself. You know what I'm saying? I express myself like this. Like
no man.
I'm in peace, man. I just want to express myself. That's it.
I surrender.
No, not playing. But yeah, to the point to where now an argument occurs and we talk about it and we come to a solution or to agreement. It doesn't I don't like getting stuff swept under the rug because I know it's always going to come up later. So I'd rather take care of it now. I know some people say, I got to walk away from the situation right now. I'm pissed off. I get it. That's cool. But never go to bed without solving that issue. Because once you go to bed, it's kind of like a sweep under the rug. The next morning you start over again, and then something happens and you kind of sweep under the rug, and then you just explode. Bam. The other person don't know why you exploding.
The TNT. Yeah.
Like, yo, I just said your mom was ugly. Why you blowing up at me over what I did?
Why you calling people
2 years
ugly though? What you doing right now?
It's an example, son.
It's a horrible example. Do not tell your significant other their mom is ugly.
No, I won't do that now. Her mom's walk through the door barking, son. I had to learn that that's how she is. You know what I'm saying? At first, I'll be like, oh, snap. She barking. But that's just how she talks. She talks. She
That's the
talks
normal volume.
Story, and she talks with opinion.
Yeah.
So if you're doing something, she's about to be opinionated on your behind. You need to accept it. Say less. I accept it to the max. You know what I'm saying? I went over there. I went over there to a kid first time. I went over there to a crib for Thanksgiving. Right, boom. Shorty served me up, and she serving me up. I don't know what was going on, but her mom spazzed. And she was saying things crazy. I waited for her to finish so I could start eating, son. I wasn't gonna eat through that because I didn't know she was gonna spaz on me for starting to eat before she finished. You know what I'm saying? Yelling.
You just paused for a while, like.
Yeah, I was in her crib. Yeah, she was letting it out. So I'm like, yo, let it out, and I start eating. I don't want to eat in the middle of you yelling out in case you ask me something and I gotta talk to you. My mouth's full of food. You know what I'm saying? I watch all aspects. You know what I'm saying? Point of the story is, I feel like a lot of older. I can't speak of another race, but I'm sure in the black community as well and in the white community. I don't know about the Asian. That the men were brought up tough and heavy authoritative, and the women were brought up submissive and house duty-ish. Now you can't tell a woman she gotta stay home, or you like doing the dishes is equal, son. Cooking is equal.
You got slapped with a plate.
She don't want to hear none of that smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is no submission, there's no authority from either side. You can't even mention the word submissive or authority. Or I'm sure they argue over tax paperwork that says head of household, son. You know what I'm saying? So
it'd be like that.
You never know.
I see you looking to the side like.
Yeah, she's home, son. Let me stop talking about her moms like that. She's watching me live. Oh, she's watching me live. See?
She said, "I see you. I see you."
I won't be over there for the next gathering.
Yo te veo.
You know what I'm saying? But I just think that they were brought up different than now. You know what I mean? So I kind of had to, like, me and my brother, actually, we sat and we, like, had this conversation because he's a lot more closed up than me. You know what I'm saying? When he gets into it with somebody, not just his others better have, but when we get with somebody, he blacks out. He don't listen to understand. He listens to react.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Before, now, God has done amazing things in that kid's life, but he had to figure it out and let me know, like, yo, I'm going through this relationship because of da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was never, like, Pops never really talked to us. He never really had communication with us. My mom was a godly woman, so everything was in God's hands. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So you can't, Mom, how you feeling? Oh, I'm good. You know, God got me. Well, and you can see, like, tears in her eyes, and you can see her going through pain. You know what I'm saying? And you as me, I'm mama's boy. I want to know what's up with my mom's. You know what I'm saying? But her reaction was always in God's hands. Was turned around and it became me it made me very aggressive towards God, because it's like, yo, and then at one point, you know, me and Hub got into it because I'm like, yo, I'm your son. I need to know about you. You can't keep telling me God got you and your tears coming out of your eyes and you need something or whatever the case may be. But she says that strong of a woman that it was always, she kept everything bottled up inside and kept it from us and wouldn't say much. But what she's done is that she's in turn created that in us, so we would do it. Yeah. And that's not healthy for a relationship in this era. You know what I'm saying? With a better half who expects that conversation,
right? For
her emotional state and for your emotional state to let it out, not just let it out when you're ready to blow up and bring out the whole database of what happened throughout the whole year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, son.
Get the whole history log.
Yeah, hold on. February 2nd. Yeah, I got you. Hold on.
Oh man.
Oh, you pull out the whole God Almighty database joint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah,
That's what it is.
yeah.
Go
You
get
know
your
what
ass beat solo.
I'm saying? Nah, son, I'm ducking and diving over here, kid.
Oh snap. That's crazy. You been watching
Yeah,
the news lately, bro?
nah, son.
You been away from the news?
I'm waiting for everything, son. I alienated myself.
I feel you. I do. I do.
No, no, you don't,
I
and I know
do.
you don't, and I know you don't because it's something that I battle myself with, and this is part of my upbringing that I'm trying to cut out because it don't matter if I'm having a good couple weeks or a bad couple weeks. Subconsciously, I shut everybody out.
Mm.
I even the TV. I don't watch TV. I'll probably binge watch something. A lot of thinking, and most of that thinking is not good thinking. Um, don't want to go nowhere. Don't want to be around nobody. Don't want to talk to nobody. And it's a bad thing because I do that from the least person in my life to the most important person in my life. My mom's, my dad, my aunts, um, my cousins that hit me up most of the time. Like I just shut everybody down, and
Yeah.
it's bad. You know what I'm saying? It's very bad. It's something that I've been dealing with.
So it
So when
bothers
you
you?
hear,
So it
huh?
bothers you? Let me put my therapist hat on here. Hold on. So does it bother you that you're like that? Or do you
Yeah, no,
find
it
it?
bothers me. It bothers me because I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it to better myself. If I was
Mm,
doing it to like, I gotta focus on something. So I'm shutting everybody down. Yeah, I do that sometimes, but that's not. I don't. That's not my all the time thing. This is my all the time thing. Do I just shut everybody out? I sit on the couch and I go from the couch to the bed, the couch to the bed,
mm.
and that's it. I don't talk to nobody. I don't want to see nobody. Um, I don't go on social media. I don't watch the news. I'll probably find a show to binge watch and stick to that specific show. I don't listen to music. Um, and it's a very bad thing. To me, it's a very bad thing because I'm not being productive in that shutdown time.
Yeah. I feel it. I
You
get
know
what
what
you're
I'm saying?
saying. And it's not good. It sounds boring, bro. Of
And
course you're stuck
to
with
me,
your
it's not.
thoughts.
And to me, it's not. To me, it's comforting, but it's a comfort zone that I need to get out of because I don't want to be that. Because A, I'm losing time, and B, I'm thinking about things I shouldn't be thinking about.
Yeah, that's what happens, you know. The what do they say, the idle mind is a devil's playground.
Well, he be two stepping all up in that week. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
I
I
got
don't
no
got.
strings to hold me down.
Yeah, I don't gotta lie about that. What we doing now, Solo? Nothing. Say less. Man, like I'm not gonna lie. That's what I go through. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying? It's
feel it.
not a break. Um. So yeah. So to be honest with you,
Well, sounds like you
I
need to get out more, sir. Enjoy the moment. Look at the
yeah,
flowers, bro.
yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'll go out back and I catch a breeze or two. You know what I'm saying? But I've become very social. I've become very social distant way before social distant.
Yeah.
I developed separation anxiety when I was with my ex-wife. You know what I'm saying? Going through emotions with her, whatever the case may be. Always being talked down to. Like I just didn't want to talk to nobody. I just stood home the whole time. And then I used to binge eat. We used to make me heavier. Watch TV shows all day, smoke all day. You know what I'm saying? And just go to bed, get up, do it again, and do it again for like 2, 3 weeks at a time. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get to where she was like, "Yo, I can't. This is not the life that I want." I respect it to the max. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something that I've been dealing with for a minute. Um, and I thought even a change of life. You know what I'm saying? Like me now, change of life for the last 2-3 years, that it would change that.
Do you feel like you're still in the same comfort zone? It's following you.
It doesn't happen often. It doesn't happen like it used to happen. Like, yeah, I've been able to surround myself with people who notice it and be like, "Yo, let's go check out."
Right.
Yeah, and it doesn't happen often. You know what I'm saying? But when it happens, it happens. You know what I mean? And I wish it would happen for like a day, because I'm cool with a day or two, whatever the case may be. I'm cool with that. But it happens like weeks and weeks at a time. So like, I don't like that. I don't
Right.
like that.
Right.
Even being on an antidepressant, it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think that I think having these hip issues is probably play a key to it. You know what I'm saying?
Feel like you're lazy because you don't want to move around, be in pain.
Yes, I'd rather be sitting than be walking around. You know, I know I have to walk around, and I do. You know what I'm saying? And I do, but my comfort zone is to be seated somewhere because it subsides the pain. But I'm at the point now to where sitting doesn't help, sleeping doesn't help. The pain is still there. Now the pain has incorporated itself in my sleep,
Yeah.
and how I sit, how I get up from the chair, how I sit down in the chair. I'm very impatient. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. Like I know the mission in hand. I'm a part of the mission. I'm doing the mission, but I want the mission to be complete tomorrow, and that's not the case. And sometimes by thinking like that, I think develops that separation from everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm not worthy enough to be a part of society, being the way I am, and then every other thought tackles on top of that.
Well, you are worthy, sir. You are worthy.
Yeah, no, I know that. I know
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? It's people around my circle who find themselves telling me that on a constant basis, which is a remembrance.
Mm-hmm.
And so um, previously, I didn't have those type of people in my circle to say things like that to me. Or if I did, I never expressed myself to them for them to be aware of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. He was
Yeah.
always being the bully in the sandbox.
And sometimes that was a cover up. Sometimes that was like,
No me diga.
see, you know me better than most people, so and I don't really gotta say much. You should know by now. So, but yeah, that's just what it is. You know what I mean?
I feel it.
That's it. It's just, and now I speak because I know other people go through the same thing. So now I speak
They
out
do.
because I'm able to. I would like to help people overcome that as I overcome it. You know what I'm saying? And give them my life experiences. Maybe it helps them, maybe it don't. But it gets the bug in their ear. You know what I'm saying?
Word. We don't talk about it enough. I seen somebody had sent me something recently like that. I gotta find it and forward it to you. But there was somebody talking about just mental health issues and how men don't talk about it enough. Share it with each other. Open up with each other when we're going through shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just gotta be like, yo, I'm mad at the world today, you know.
And I'm cool with that. I'm
I
cool
want
with
to
the day.
clothesline an Ewok. Help me out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm cool with all that. You know what I'm saying? It starts to get to me when it's like, yo, a week done passed, 2 weeks done passed, and you wildin', son.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, the
you know what I
world
mean?
is spinning and shit's going on in the meantime.
Facts. What's going
World's
on? I forget. I don't even.
Well, I was watching the news. I was there was a lot of people upset this week. They had released a video of this dude named Tyre Nichols. Probably like 140 pounds, soaking wet,
Mm.
getting beat on by 5 cops. Like when I say beat on, I'm not even playing the video. I could play the video. We have the capability of, but I'm not gonna do it right now. You can watch it on your time when you could prepare yourself for that one. I was mad when I saw it.
What state was this in?
This was, if I'm not, let me not get this wrong. So, hold on 1 second. So, this is in Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee. They released video footage of Memphis police officers brutally beating Tyre Nichols. Law enforcement has faced a new wave of criticism. Some of it focused on how authorities initially described the incident and what the videos actually show. And if you see the video, there's some body cam video that they released. And initially, I think they had released the body cam video first. Then they released the street cam footage, and that's what really like showed what actually like happened over the course of a whole half hour that they beat this kid.
Oh snap!
Like a G, like a bunch of G's, bro. Like it wasn't even like police beating him. It was like a bunch, like bro. They were holding him up, beating him, pipes, pepper spray, kicking him in the face, talking shit about him afterwards at him while he's leaning, and they got him leaning on the car, screaming for his mom's, everything. Crazy part is, you know, I like to wait till the facts come out. But so far, listen, there's a kid who was skateboarding, doing photography. And and the police officers that did this were part of one of those street task force teams. You know how they used to have, or they still have all the time, the special units that specifically target like gangs and drugs and things like that. It was one of those units.
Okay.
So apparently they charged them all with second-degree murder. It was second-degree murder, kidnapping, and some other charge. They charged him right away, fired him right away. They bailed out right away, obviously. But they're going to court for it. I don't know if they're going to get him for the murder.
Black kid, too.
Because it wasn't premeditated. All the cops were black, too.
Oh, snap.
It was just, bro, it had nothing to do with that. It was just the drunkenness of power that I feel like that's what the problem is. Which then in turn made people call for reform, and we keep going through the same cycle, calling for reform. And I'm gonna keep saying it till my face is blue. I don't think that defunding a police station is the option.
Nah.
But if you remove qualified immunity and people can get charged like citizens for doing shit like this and can't hide behind a badge, that'll make them think twice before doing shit like this. That's just my take.
Got you.
You know what qualified immunity is?
I have an idea, but you can tell me exactly what it is.
In regular terms, it's I can get off with the crime if I'm doing it. I can get off with killing somebody or hurting someone if I'm doing it while I'm doing my job. I can't be held accountable for things that happen on my job because my job is dangerous. Things can happen. So I shouldn't be able to just go to jail because somebody died. I should be able to do my job free of that worry.
Right.
And I get that. But they're not worrying too much at all. It just keeps happening. And you can't tell me if it keeps happening everywhere, it's not a problem.
Facts.
That's just my take.
No, that's a fact. I don't know. I think one of the main issues is the whole code of the badge. You know what I'm saying? You see a man's doing something crazy, you shut up because that's the code of the badge. And then it goes.
The blue code.
Huh?
The blue code?
Yeah. I mean,
same shit as the streets. Don't snitch. Don't say shit.
Well, they're doing it anyway. That's what I'm saying.
Same shit.
They're doing it what I did see this week was that Young Thug is on trial. And he got somebody to come in and slip him a Percocet.
Yo. And then I think they also found trees on homie and everything.
In the courtroom and all that, son. It's not even snitching him. It's just straight stupidity, son. Like, yo. It's just stupidity.
Yeah, don't do
like
that.
When you do the most stupid things is when you get glorified.
That is the most dumbest shit. Like, why?
Like, you have to get high that bad, son. Like the judge is boring you that, like Your life is on the line, my guy, and you
Not only
prefer
that, but why would you hand it to him? Why would you say yes? I'll do that. Like why? And you know that there's a risk you're gonna get caught. So why be with more shit on you?
that's nothing. Loyalty is only used for stupidity.
Make no damn sense, bro.
You not loyal to the ones that are loyal to you, but you're loyal to the ones that you don't even know where their loyalty stands.
Asking you to do some dumb shit, and then you do it like a dummy. It's just wild, bro.
Yeah, man.
People need to just
That
stop
might be
doing
another.
dumb shit. Start a business or something.
That might be another reason why I keep to myself, son.
Maybe you should start a business.
I did, son. I did finally.
Yeah.
Finally, son.
I was reading an article. It said 12 things you must do before you start a business. Now, mind you, not all businesses are the same.
Right.
Yeah. So everything's different. But the general idea. You want to hear what they are?
Of course.
First, you have to identify a creative idea. Have you identified a creative idea, sir?
Facts.
Yeah. Number 2 is write a business plan, even if it's a simple one.
Facts.
Have you wrote a business plan yet, sir?
Definitely wrote a couple of joints.
This is the one that trips people up. They think this is complicated, but it's not. Choosing a legal structure. S Corp, C Corp, LLC.
That's the most definite.
General partnership.
That's the most definite.
Yeah. Figure out which way he's gonna run. All you gotta do is Google some shit. Most states you can do it online.
YouTube is everything, son.
YouTube is everything. It's pretty simple.
YouTube is everything, son.
Get your business registration, licenses, and tax identification.
That's a fact.
I say getting it registered is easy. Getting the tax ID is easy. It's free.
Yeah.
Go to irs.gov, do that. The licensing's different for every business, so it just depends on what kind of business it is.
Facts.
So just research the business you're trying to get into. Hopefully something you love, right?
I would hope it would be something you love, something you're interested in. I hope that you don't go with the intentions of blowing up in 2 weeks.
Yeah, unrealistic expectations.
Oh yeah, I hope that you don't go with the intentions of seeing a kickback in a week.
Yeah.
I hope you go in with the intentions of understanding that you might have to take an L for a little bit before you take a W.
Usually you take L's for like the first few years.
That's what I'm saying, son. So
you don't really see the wins till later. You gotta be prepared for that. That's part of it.
Unless you get lucky, son. But not everybody gets lucky, son.
Well, number 5 is to know your competition and your marketplace. So you got to know who your key competitors are. Who's got customers like you?
Yep. And who's your haters?
And who's your haters? And what are customers that are looking for your shit? What are they looking for?
Yep.
6 is finance your business. And you got to finance. See, people think financing the business sometimes is just about financing, maybe print some shirts.
Mm-hmm.
But it's financing the L's for the next few years.
Facts.
As well. It's financing the marketing.
Facts. You get into a business building, you might want to pay for that building for 6 months out at least. You know what I'm saying? Don't pay for the first, last, and security and think you're going to pop off the next month.
No.
Pay that. No.
Have that money to the side already.
Facts.
Get yourself financed for a few years. See if you can get to the green. Get proper insurance. Shit breaks.
Facts.
Shit happens.
All the time.
Number 9 is obtain legal counsel. Even if it's a lawyer you can call every once in a while.
Yeah, they got that online lawyer thing, brother. It's like $24 a month, son.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. But I do know that lawyers aren't as expensive as people think they are.
You pay $24 a month. I'm lying. $59 a month. And you got legal counsel to look over your paperwork, give you advice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
You just need somebody that knows what the fuck's going on. Help you out.
Me. I got y'all.
Number 10, establish a web presence. You're going to need a website.
Oh, yeah. You definitely going to need some
social media pages.
All that.
Some shit. But do not think that just because you got a website, it's going to work. I get people like that all the time. They get a website and they're like, oh, man, we're gonna bank. You are one drop in the middle of literally billions of sites.
You're gonna be depositing the bank.
Nobody knows you exist yet.
Nobody know who you are. You gotta put that heavy work in.
You got to market. You got to push it out there. You got to
You gotta
network.
market.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. It's the same concept. There's no way around that.
Nope.
But people think for some odd reason they get a business and they get the website and that's it. Boom, it's magic.
It's blowing up, son. We going on. What's that show?
What show you talking about?
That business show.
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank? Nah, I'm good.
They want to take their business on Shark Tank, get got.
Number 11 is use local and national business resources. Yeah.
Yes.
Use networking. I'd say use networking events too. Networking associations, all that stuff. Number 12 is create a marketing plan.
Yes.
Push that shit out. Now once you got that all going on, you've got a few risks that you gotta take care of. I know you wanted to talk a little bit about that, right, Solo?
Nah, I just think, it took me a while to understand that you gotta risk it to get the biscuit.
You gotta risk it to get the biscuit.
You gotta risk it. What the fuck is he talking about? You gotta risk it. Come on, son. You know what the biscuit is. Don't play
you right. You fact. It's facts. It's
you gotta risk
message.
it to take the biscuit. You gotta not cut corners. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dude, son, that if I can get it for the low, I'm gonna get it for the low, even though the quality ain't where I want it to be, but I'm gonna make it there.
Yeah.
I was totally. Don't ever take that advice ever, son. You gotta go in, get the best quality of stuff that you need. I don't care how much it costs. Save up more, eat more ramen noodles, and put more money. The more you put into it, you know what I'm saying, the more you're gonna get out of it.
I feel like if you're gonna do it, just do it the right way.
That's yeah.
If you're gonna do it, why do it? Why do it at all if you're not gonna do it all the way in?
Right. Some people think that by doing it halfway, that their skills will fill that other half void, and it's not like that. Sometimes.
Well, I feel like people feel like they gotta reach like a certain point, right? So they aim for that shit.
Right.
And usually they'll settle for like somewhere around here because
Correct.
They're almost there,
Correct.
I usually like to aim a little higher so that way I make it to where I need to be.
Correct.
You feel what I'm saying?
No, I trust me. I felt it. I
it's
felt
like human
it.
Nature.
I felt it. I'm one of those who did that for many years, bro. Many years, bro. Many years. And I had to come to the realization that I keep falling on my face because of that.
Yeah.
I keep throwing things on the wall thinking it's going to stick, and it's not sticking because of that. I wasn't buying the good quality tape for it to stick.
Yeah. Well, if you aim for the rim, you ain't going to get the basket in.
Correct.
You got to aim above the rim.
Exactly.
Feel me?
I know. I feel you, son. Trust me. I know. I had to learn that the hard way, kid.
You said learn it the hard way. So,
I had to learn the hard way.
So what do you think is the hardest part about that? You think it's just breaking out of that habit, or do you think it's
if
also
you're in
the
that
finances?
It's definitely hard to break out of that habit. If you're in a situation to where you're impatient, that could break you too.
Impatience can, yeah.
Some people can't. Some people can't can't create a business and have like a set date or set time because they think they're so far away. They prefer to do it now, not understanding that doing it far away can gain more finances in the situation, can gain more networking, can gain more information, things that you might need. So by starting the business now, you're gonna fall on your face when you should have started it 6 months later when you had when you fully equipped.
Right.
So when you're fully equipped and you're almost equipped, that could make you or break you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to get business ventures off the ground for the last year and some change. I've been trying to get my album out for like a year and some change.
Yeah, you have. Yes,
yeah.
sir. It's all right.
Yo,
I've been slacking on my shit. I got some shit in the pipe too.
You need to relax.
Yeah.
but I had to come in agreement with myself because I am one of those impatient people. I'm one of those people that I'd rather go to Walmart instead of getting on Amazon, knowing that Amazon is much better, but I can't wait 3 days or 2 days.
Yeah.
I need a day.
Yeah. Nah, I'll
I had
do
to
Amazon.
I had to come to that understanding that if you wait on good timing, you know what I'm saying, you get your praise in, and you know what I mean, God got you on that good timing. But if you try to force the issue and push it, the envelope,
Yeah.
you're gonna fall on your face because it wasn't meant for you to have it at that time. You pushed the issue for that time.
Yeah. Okay.
There's too many gems today.
I
So
mean, it's Iglesia, bro. Iglesia.
as much as I say I'm not gonna do, as much as I say I'm not gonna do it.
That's for you, Solo.
I get it. I get it. Y'all good. Y'all can sit down now. Y'all good. We good. I'm not, but no, for real, you know what I mean? So I had to learn that, you know what I mean? And it does feel good when you first started, you know what I'm saying? Or when you got your first steps in, but not the time to get complacent. You still got to keep your eye on the sparrow, keep focused,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But if I would have done what I'm doing now a year ago, I would have fell on my face. Because I did everything, but not getting the understanding of catching L's before W's or being impatient, moving. You know, I know things now. I'm in a better space now to where I'm able to do what I wanted to do previously. Um, and hopefully by the end of the year, I could be owning at least 3 businesses off the ground.
Okay, boss.
Hopefully, like in the next 2 years, I could see, you know what I mean, fruits of that labor or whatever the case may be.
I need a
But
job, bro.
it's grind time, son.
I'm gonna need a job, bro. You gonna hire me?
Yeah, I gotta hire myself first. Now I got an interview tomorrow with myself.
Do you believe your candidate is qualified?
Nope. Not at all, son.
Man, I feel that way every time I do some shit. I'm not qualified, but I'm pushing forward. I'm doing it. Let's run it.
Yeah, it's gotta run it, bro. That's it. You know what I mean? And to mention that, the people that God has put around me has shifted in my life doing this even months ago would have fell on my face. You know what I'm saying? But now that I got the right circle and the right people who just popped up out of nowhere and started hanging out with different people and networking,
Right.
now I'm able to understand why it took so long, why the pieces had to fit a certain way. Same thing with some of the records, B. I recorded some of these records last year and I couldn't even put a hook to it, or I couldn't write a verse to it, or none of that. And I was getting super, super frustrated. Um, and it wasn't because of lack of trying. It was just I couldn't get the creative side of it, of what I wanted. Um, Now, finally, I'm about to record them and do the things that I creatively wanted on those records. Because I didn't force the issue. I waited. It kind of fell on my hands. It dropped in my hands. Then to a year and a half ago, forcing the issue, creating something I didn't want to create, but just putting it out there just because.
Right.
So I would still put the project out and still be unhappy because low key, that's not how I wanted it.
Right.
So now it's like everything is flowing. You know what I'm saying?
It's flowing, man.
So
It said it's flowing like a freestyle rap.
by the blind guy.
By the blind guy. Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I feel it, bro.
That's it, bro. I just let y'all into my life, you know what I mean? I just let y'all walk with me a little bit, what's been going on with me. So, hit the Cash App, you know what I'm saying? Hit the Zip. Nah, I'm playing.
So hit the Cash App.
Yeah. You're...
Well, shout out Ecléctico for his song Malo that we played in the beginning. I felt a little Latino today.
Yo, that was
He could rap, bro.
for being Dominican, son. I never heard a Dominican rap like that.
That's why I played it, because he threw me off.
And let me not say that. I've never seen a Dominican rap like that on that beat.
Like that cadence, that style, and then do it so well. Like he was actually he was fire.
You know my palette, son. He was right in my palette.
Yeah, I know. I saw you like on a side screen because I always have you on the side screen while playing the videos, so I can see your reactions.
Yeah, no, I felt the conviction a little bit because it's not what I was listening to or saying, but I was like, nah, son. You know what I mean? I can dig it, son.
You can rap.
It's still alive, son. It's still alive.
Yeah. Right now we're gonna close out with some Eshawn Burgundy. This was a long one, so I played it at the end because it was long, but he did go in on this one. Oh yeah, it was like 4 minutes and something, 4 minutes and change, bro. It's all right, though.
He's trying to get it out there, son.
Trying to get it out there, yeah. I hear it. It was pretty dope. He had some dope content on there.
Oh yeah, that's why I like Eshawn, son. He like exploring things.
Yeah. I noticed that.
He don't leave my man Santa alone, son.
Oh, we got the Lagoon this weekend over in Waimama.
Waimama.
Yeah, we got the 25th at Epperson.
That's the one with your crib, the 25th.
The 25th, that's the Sábado. You got to slide through, bro. I got to slide through.
I don't got my son, I will.
Bring all the Dominicans with you, because I know you be chilling with the Dominicans over there.
I don't with no Dominicans, son. I can't talk about Dominicans. Shorty had Dominican. Whole family had Dominicans like that, you know what I'm saying?
Pop.
Me have Dominican friends? Nah, son.
He's like, I'm not trying to get stabbed up.
Yeah, nah, I gotta sleep with her, son. I can't do it. Well, you know what I mean? So I'm good on that. I ain't got no comment. Plead the fifth and all that.
Oh shit! All right, homie. Well, you try to have a good weekend, homie.
Yep.
All right, peace.
Bless.
This world ain't right. Darkness without holy light. Without your sunshine, there is night. It ain't hard to decide who I love. This world ain't right. Darkness without holy light. Without your sunshine, there is night. It ain't hard to decide who I love.
The grace is sufficient. They twist a few scriptures, made a fake religion. We can argue facts, but can't debate the wisdom. The serpent seed has subjugated his victims, created systems, made the heir to the throne beg for permission, removed his customs, fed him traditions. Merry Christmas. Satan Santa climbed down the chimney into the fire to consume a sacrificial offering. Talk about symbolism, it's spiritual. And the fact that we never seen it like that, it's hysterical. They pseudo-truth is satirical. Only time Jacob allowed to be blunt is when he lyrical. Other than that, shut your trap and get back to the trap. It ain't clear to you. Messiah said that they gon' hate you like they hated me. Paint Jesus on a false image that may be M.O.B. Mark of the beast, I'm using acronyms to say the least. You know why we fiends, we wanted out, they call cocaine the key. And we believed, we so deceived. Disciplined by the Father, humbly brought to our knees. By a nation swift as the eagle floating through the breeze. Swooping on us, angels rooting for us like major leagues. Abba, your love is like no other. With skill, you revealed how and why my people suffer. You crushed the sun for us and all the others. Would you please let your spirit fall upon us? Cause
this world ain't right. Darkness without holy light. Without your sunshine, there is night. It ain't hard to decide who I love. This world ain't right. Darkness without holy light. Without your sunshine, there is night. It ain't hard to decide who I love.
being Kodesh is being blessed. In him I have my being, ain't no being like the rest. Forever on a quest to abandon this flesh. Reading Torah publicly cause civil unrest. Relinquishing the scriptures as they would rather manifest. In these universities, perversion is not oppressed. Love universal law, but hate the Father's request. The sin gets forgiven when men repent and confess. You are the lost sheep. I'm quoting Malcolm X, covered in soft fleece, fresh armory sweats. Descendants of the remnant that the Portuguese possess. The Queen's pendant had an image of the system on our neck. Most High showed us that we can't do this without him. Liberation come from yielding, not just Sunday morning shouting. Placing emphasis on a building when that building is a mountain. And that mountain can be moved by the faithful temple in you. Shine your light.
This world ain't right. Darkness without holy light. Without night. It ain't hard to decide who I love. This world ain't right. Darkness. It ain't hard to decide who I love. Without your sunshine, there is night. It ain't hard to decide who I love.